Amazon has been quietly expanding its car sale business. Amazon Autos now operates in over 130 cities with 6 car manufacturers. Retail guy Gerald Storch with me here in New York. I know you love Amazon. Would you buy a car from Amazon, and do you think it's going to be a big part of their business?
Look, right now it's tiny. They're a very small part of what is a huge market. But I'd never bet against Amazon. I remember when I first met Jeff Bezos in his office in Seattle, he had just expanded out of books. Remember, he just started with books?
I remember.
Into selling toys and electronics. And he said he was going to one day sell everything, every product. I thought he was nuts.
Yeah.
He was true to his word. So don't bet against him.
I had exactly the same reaction. It was the late 1990s. I was working at another competing network, and we interviewed Jeff Bezos, and he was in books. And he said exactly the same thing. I'm books today, I'm everything tomorrow. And he had this laugh. He's always laughing, Jeff Bezos. I don't know whether he does now, but back then he was always laughing. And he goes out, and it's true. I mean, you can get just about anything on Amazon these days.
That's right. And right now, what they're really doing is listing automobiles that are for sale at dealers. And so they're referring you to dealers. And there is a lot of complexity here because of the franchise dealer networks and trying to get access to all those cars. But if anyone can do it, they can. And again, they don't have to get a huge share for it to be a big business for them.
All good stuff. A new survey, I think this is a little troubling. New survey shows late payments on these buy now, pay later loans. They're rising, late payments rising. That's not a good sign, is it?
No, well, it's not good, but I wouldn't get too worried about it quite yet. Keep in mind that these loans have been growing very rapidly, so there's a lot more people who have them, and the people who have them often have multiple loans, and they try to keep track of them on your phone, and you've got different providers. It's very complex, and so what we've seen is they're missing payments, but the delinquency rate has not gone up. In other words, the people who actually aren't paying them off, that rate has not gone up yet. So it's something to watch. Just like delinquency rates on credit cards, which actually have not been rising, by the way. So they shot up during the pandemic, and now they've flattened, since then. So overall, we don't see signs of a totally distressed consumer like some people may lead you to believe. So I'd watch this, but I'm not panicked by this.
Okay. Every time we've spoken to you, you've had 2 favorite retailers, Amazon and Costco. I'm sure there's another one which I've forgotten. What's the other one?
Walmart.
Walmart, thank you.
Who
could forget Walmart?
Well, and I would add TJ Maxx, a little bit smaller player, but still over $100 billion market cap. Keep in mind, when you've got someone like TJX, whose market cap is 3 times, 4 times Target's, 3 times, that's huge. It's sure unbelievable, but Walmart is so vast.
Okay, so who's the up-and-comer? Walmart, Amazon, Costco. I want the name of an up-and-comer.
Look, those 4 retailers, Walmart, Amazon, Target, TJX, and Costco, have been capturing share from everyone else. I mean, there are smaller people, like Five Below, for example, that's been doing very well and capturing some share. But people tend to do well for a while, and then they fall back. Meanwhile, these other ones are consolidating the industry.
Department stores?
Look, there's very few left, and the ones that are left are still struggling. And if you look at them, they're bragging when they get a 1 or 2% sales increase, same-store sales increase, when inflation is 3%. So and again, someone like Walmart's going at 5%. So they're essentially shrinking into irrelevancy.
The next time you come and join us, will you promise to add one more to the up-and-comer list for retailers?
I'd be happy to do it, but it's not going to be big, because that's not what's happening right now. What we're having is consolidation in the arms of those who have real market power.
Okay. Those 4 are just walking away with market.
That's what's happening.
All right, Gerald Storch, it's always a pleasure to have you with us. Come to New York more often, please. See you later.